Welcome to the 2020 Virtual Candidate Forum. Our desire is to create informed voters by giving the Plant City community an opportunity to meet every candidate on their ballot.
At the Greater Plant City Chamber of Commerce, we are a connector and convener in the community of current and rising leaders. When we all work together, we are Plant City Strong.
This event would not be possible without community involvement. We would like to thank Tampa Electric, Fried Egg Productions, South Florida Baptist Hospital, the Hillsborough County Farm Bureau, and the many other generous supporters.
Without further ado, let's hear from this candidate.
Good morning. My name is Gary Pike. My business is CED. We're a member of the Chamber of Plant City Greater Chamber of Commerce, and it's my pleasure to serve on the Government Affairs Committee. Our committee has prepared a few questions for every candidate on a ballot for a position that would represent the residents of Plant City community. Today I have the pleasure, and I'm with Mitch, who is running for the school board position, District 3. Mitch, if you will please give us a quick introduction of yourself so our viewers will get to know you a little bit better.
Okay, thank you, Gary. I'm a fifth-generation resident of Hillsborough County. I grew up in Hillsborough County, went to public schools. I attended Miles Elementary, Young, Orange Grove, Buchanan. I graduated from Chamberlain in 1986. I've raised my family in Hillsborough County. I have 3 kids that all went to Hillsborough County schools. My youngest is currently at Walker Middle School, going into 8th grade. I've served on many boards and committees. I just recently was serving as chairman of the Planning Commission. I've been chairman 6 of the last 7 years. I'm proud of the fact that I was elected chairman of that. And I also am currently vice chairman of the Charter Review Board, which occurs every 5 years in Hillsborough County. I served as chairman in 2010. I've also served as on the Early Learning Coalition, which has VPK and school readiness, which I think are very important. I served on that a few years ago. I was treasurer of that. I've also been active in my kids' schools. I've been co-chair of the school advisory committee at Carrollwood Elementary. I've been president of the Dad's Cub. I was Cub Master of Pack 217 for Cub Scouts for my oldest son. I'm a certified public accountant, a certified internal auditor. Before I went back and got my CPA, I got an undergraduate degree from Tulane University, an MBA from Florida State University. I substituted in the Hillsborough County schools for about a year, and then I went back and got my CPA. Once I got my certified public accountant license, I came out and I actually audited school boards for the Auditor General of the state of Florida. I worked on Nassau County, Clay County, up in the Jacksonville area, those 2 school board audits. Then I transferred down to Tampa, and I worked on Hillsborough County, Hernando County, and Pasco County school board audits. So I'm probably the only candidate in the state of Florida for school board, maybe ever, that's audited school boards with Auditor General. But I think that makes me qualified, and I think I'm the best qualified. I'm outgoing. I'm looking forward to this opportunity, and I think Hillsborough County, with the 7th largest school district in the country, we should have one of the best school boards. So, and that's my goal. Thank you.
Well spoken. Just to reiterate, so why are you running for the office? Why specifically?
Yeah, I think the school board is a critical, I mean, it's one of the most important offices. We need to make sure, you know, our children that are going through the system are being educated. They're our future workforce. We need to make sure, you know, I saw a statistic recently, 25% of kids go on to college, 75% go right into the workforce. So we got to make sure we have options, and great options available for all kids. We need to have the trades. We need to be working with the communities. We need to have business partners. And, you know, my goal is to work with the community, work with the business. If I'm elected, work with the businesses, you know, internships, you know, I think it's good to have partnerships with business owners and nonprofits. The school system it'd be beneficial. It'd be a win-win for everybody. So like I said, I think the school board on the local level, the school board is, in my mind, one of the most important, if not the most important elected office. And that's why I'm running. And I think I can benefit. I'll do a great job. I know I'll do a great job.
You know, if you had a chance to look at any specific ideas that you would implement to improve, Plant City's area high schools, or schools, I should say?
Well, I've talked to Yvonne Fry, and she was telling me about the community, and I'm trying to recall exactly what it is, the community outreach program with the high schools, where it's a partnership, a Future Career Academy. That I believe it started at Plant City High School. I think that's a great program. It's a partnership with the businesses. And I think something like that, that's already occurring in Plant City, and it started at Plant City High School, but I think that's a program that could be implemented and rolled out at additional high schools. I think they've already rolled it out to 8 additional ones. But with regards to Plant City, I think, like I said, getting back to partnerships with the business community and nonprofits, and just outreach in the community in general is what I would aim to do.
That's a great point, because we used to have that. Maybe that's been lost the last few years, but we used to have that program. But what challenges what do you think challenges our school districts face, and what do you think you can do to improve those? There's certainly a lot of issues out there.
I think with my being a CPA and being a certified internal auditor, having the budget experience, my job at the airport, I deal with safety, enterprise risk management, and insurance. I think my experience alone is very helpful. I have talked to a number of business owners who say that, like, the procurement process at the school board is very cumbersome. They say that it's not geared for, some of the RFP processes are not really geared for smaller business owners. So I would look for ways of making things more efficient. I would look at the procurement process, because I think if we got a qualified business that is qualified, if we can get more businesses involved in the procurement process, we could probably bring some costs down and open up some opportunities for some of the smaller business owners that are qualified. That's one idea. I would also look at, I think there's an excellent opportunity with Addison Davis, the new superintendent, to look at the different departments and look to see where maybe we can make some efficiencies. I've talked to an individual who can actually come in and kind of do like an audit of different areas. And his particular company, I know there's other companies, they work on a contingency basis where they only get paid based on what they save. My point about bringing this up is, hey, with a $3.3 billion budget, if you save 1%, that's $33 million. So my point is, if you can go in and save on how you purchase certain items, maybe it's uniforms, maybe it's insurance, whatever it is, if you can save some money, and if you can open up the RFP process so that more qualified businesses can compete, most likely the prices the school board is going to pay are going to come down, and it's going to be a win-win for some of the local businesses, smaller businesses that can get in, get their foot in the door. So those are just a few of my ideas. Obviously I'd come in, I'd want to work closely with the superintendent, work closely with the community, work closely with schools and the parents and the children, and just see what suggestions they have too. I'm open to hearing from everybody, and that's how I operate on the planning commission, on the charter review board. I'm there, I'm representing the community, and that might be my goal, to work with the community and make sure I'm listening to what they want and conveying that to others.
If elected, what would be, if you had to pick one thing you'd like to accomplish, what would your top priority be for your first term in office?
Obviously with this whole thing with the $50 million shortfall with the reserves and everything, I'd want to go in there. I'd want to work with Addison Davis. I think immediately with a new superintendent, you should look at, I would suggest that Addison Davis, look at all the different areas. And because I think, obviously it's to his benefit too. I tell every manager, when a new manager steps in, it's beneficial to do an internal audit of your areas. Because the longer you're there, you own it. But when he's first coming in, he can look for ways of improving efficiencies, economies of scale, processes, procedures. So I would want to work closely with Addison Davis and other board members and review all our policies and procedures, and just make sure we have good processes in place that allow for transparency and accountability. So that's what I would want to do. And I'd also be learning too. I'd also be learning as a new board member.
Very good. That's all our questions right now, Mitch, but anything else you'd like the viewers to know about you before we go?
I want to stress again, I'm a certified public accountant, a certified internal auditor, having audited school boards. I think that is a experience that is invaluable, especially at this time. I'm a people person. I'm not one that sits behind a desk. I like to get out and talk to people, meet with people, go to schools. I mean, I see myself as a board member Friday nights, every Friday night during football season, going to football games, baseball season, going to sporting events. Because I think, hey, I can enjoy the game and I can talk to parents and teachers and administrators at the same time. It's a win-win for everybody. And that's how I view myself, going to community events. I just, as a school board member, I'll be doing the same thing I'm currently doing, but I'll be doing it as a school board member. So. I also wanted to convey that my website is www.votemitchthrower.com, www.votemitchthrower.com, and I also have a Facebook account, Mitch Thrower for School Board. I appreciate your having me on today. Thank you.